Good morning. I would like to talk to you about your reaction to my rules, the rules on how to be a good S-type man. And I got quite a few emails. I'd say about 80% of the usual lot are the people who do agree that they indeed do not want to serve anybody else, but want to serve themselves. They want to be the slaves to their own desires. Can I change that? Do I want to change that? No to both questions. Why? You're not at that level yet. You are not ready yet. You might never be ready. And it is not my or anybody else's responsibility to get you to that level. I tried. But if you don't feel it, you can't feel it. If you don't want to make another person happy by doing what they want, I cannot plant it into your soul. I cannot plant it into your head. It's not something that I can force you to do. I can't force you to want to do anything. So, the answer to the question here is, if you want to serve yourself, go and serve yourself. How, where, and by doing what is your business. If you want to serve another person, and that might not be necessarily me, but your wife, your girlfriend, your mother, or your friend, or the society in general, then stay with me and learn, and we can figure out a way for you to serve better. I'm reading a book on karma by His Holiness the Supreme Patriarch of Thailand. And it's a book in half English and half Thai. It's really good for learning the language because you read both sides, and the words that you might not understand on the Thai side are there in English. Great. Very useful, and I like it. But what I don't agree with, or I would like to add to the theory, and I know I'm not His Holiness the Supreme Patriarch of Thailand, I'm Lena, so who am I to add? Well, who am I not to add? We're all equal. That we do not necessarily build our own karma. Yes, the good brings the good, and the bad brings the bad, to summarize it. But it's not necessarily the bad that we did brings the bad to ourselves. There's a lot about rebirth as well, so what we did in this life or what we did 10 lives ago is going to affect us now. That's true, but it's going to affect other people as well. And it's not your soul that is inside you, it is our soul that is inside all of us. So whatever bad I do today by murdering a dog or a person is going to be reflected somewhere, somehow. And it doesn't have to be in 20 years or 50 years. It can be tomorrow or the next minute on the other side of the planet. It doesn't have to be right here in this neighborhood, and it doesn't have to happen to this person. Because what's going to happen? This person, the body will wear out, the soul will come out and move to some other part of the world, into some other body or tree or whatever else, and it will live on. And whatever might happen to that part of the soul that was here in this body at this very moment, we don't know. And it's not going to have any memories of the past, most likely. So what we do now will definitely affect somebody somehow, and it can be ourselves. We hold huge responsibility for affecting others in a good way or a bad way. The more good we do, the better the world. What a drag, what a cliche, okay? But it is true. It is the universal truth of life. We're all interconnected, and whatever good deed we do will bring a good result. That's the law of karma. But it will not necessarily bring a good result to yourself. I know that this is what motivates people the most. If I do something good now, I'm going to heaven. And you guys can go to hell because you're doing all the other stuff. But it's not like that. If I do a good deed now, it will reflect somewhere, somehow, on somebody else. Or me, but most likely somebody else. And if you do something good, it might reflect on me or another person. It's all a mix, and nobody makes a selection. Oh, this is Lena's soul, so we gotta make a little tick here, give her 5 points for her next life. It doesn't work like that. I think the only reason why it is written in the books that if you do something good will happen to you in the next life, it is more symbolic and general, because this is what motivates people. You see, if it said, well, if you do something bad now, it will hurt another person who you don't know. Okay? Does that stop me from doing something bad? I don't care if it hurts another person. This is our human nature. Sadly, yes. And if I do something good, yeah, what do I get back? A reward? Yes, you get a reward. You make somebody, somewhere, feel good in 10 years. Okay, why do I care? Why do I need to do the good? Why do I have to save a life? Why do I have to help the weak? Why do I have to do something for the society if it's not going to bring me anything? And this is where we get back to the service part. So if you are one of the majority who do want to serve themselves and are here to scratch the itch, scratch my itch, I want to see this, I want to see that, can you show me this, can you do this for me? Are you that person who is there in my fantasies? Are you going to do exactly what I want to see? No, I'm going to do exactly what I want to do. Why? Because I think that is the right way. Okay. That is the right way for me and the right way for you, because you will grow from it, you will listen, and something will click inside you that you are here on this planet to do good for other people, to serve other people. Be it women, be it your family, be it the person next to you. You are to serve, you are to give, unconditionally give and give and give, and it all comes back. But if you don't realize this, you are the loneliest person on earth, because you separate yourself from everybody else. You think that you are an individual, that you are unique, and that you are separate from Lena and separate from everybody else, and you are the smartest and the most talented person, but you are not part of the greater one, and you don't want to be, because you are self-centered. You think that you are the center of the universe, and whoever else is interacting with you is very much separate. Your actions will not affect them, and their actions will not affect you. Wrong. They surely will. They surely will. Better go feed the kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty. Pussy. Pussy. Must be sleeping. Usually it answers to pussy. Actually, all of them answer to pussy. It's like pussy, meow, pussy, meow, pussy, meow, pussy. Now I wanted to answer. Why? Because if there is danger, if there is food, it comes quickly. Pussy! It answered. Pussy! Yeah? Did you hear that? It answered. Now it answers. Pussy! This is what I want. This is pussy training for you. And this is S-type man training. Talking about karma, talking about fate, talking about good deeds and bad deeds. Of course, it's difficult to define what is good and what is bad. Sometimes helping people is actually harming them, because it teaches them to not rely on themselves but rely on the help of other people, especially with younger people. When you provide too much, when you help them too much, when you say, oh, you don't need to save, you don't need to think about the future because mommy is here to take care of you when you're having a hard time buying an apartment. You know, I'll help. I'm sure you haven't saved up. Sure, you've traveled a bit too much and spent a bit too much, so that you don't have enough. But, you know, you have your parents to fall back on. Is this helping? It can be helping, but if it happens over and over and over again, and some big boys and girls are in their 30s and 40s and they still receive help from their parents, old parents, well, again, this is Lena's opinion, and it might be right. You might be receiving help from your parents too, and think that this is fine because your parents have a purpose to help you and make your life more comfortable. Then it is okay if they get joy from it, if that is what they want to be doing. After all, they're parents and they need something to work for in this life and something to look forward to, like their daughter or their son being happy. Just another way. With these conversations, I don't want to provoke arguments, long essays online. No, that's not what I want to be doing. When I'm having lunch with somebody outside and I open line just to see if there are any messages, and there's an essay saying, no, Lena, you are wrong because this and this. Okay, I'm not there to argue. I'm not saying that we should all believe the same thing. We can't believe the same thing because we come from different parts of the world and different backgrounds and different religions and different families. So we can't believe the same thing, and we will never believe into the same truth. Your truth is your truth, my truth is your truth. I don't want to argue with anybody or persuade anybody to follow my way. Unless, of course there is unless, you come to me and you ask, Lena, tell me your way, I want to follow you, I want to be controlled by you. Then you have to follow. You can't keep all that you believe in and yet follow me. You can, but then we are acquaintances and I don't really connect with you because we are going to separate ways, to separate paths, walking to separate paths. How can we get connected if we are walking in different directions? We are already connected, but not connected on the level that I'm talking about, on the level where you can bounce ideas off each other and help each other grow by building the stairs. It happens a lot quicker when there are more people walking together, because you contribute to each other and you build this huge foundation, and it grows and it grows. You don't base it on Google research, you don't base it on the documentaries that you have watched. You base it on your inner feeling, the feeling that you get from the greater one, from your head, out of the blue, out of nowhere. I feel that this and this, and you tell it to me, and I love to hear it. I love to hear it because it feeds my ideas. It gives me new challenges to develop something inside this head, inside this soul. Maybe this is the purpose of doing this, what I'm doing at the moment. What? It isn't to train slaves? Oh yeah, okay. Well, if my only purpose was to train slaves, I'll be here walking around in boots every day with a whip and saying, okay, now put on lacy panties, and now you're gonna prepare a carrot for the next video. And that carrot is going up your mouth. In my case, it would be mouth, because carrots are really good for you, but hey, I'd say that would be a huge waste of time, because it doesn't add to you or to me, and sometimes it's good as a little bit of an entertainment on the side, but all the time, why would you choose to waste your precious time on being a slave to your sexual desires? You can learn so much and you can grow, and your purpose in life is to grow, is to use your brain beyond the what's for dinner and how can I leave work early so I can catch up with my friends. Beyond that, beyond. Use the areas of your brain that have not been used, that you never knew existed, like the muscles in the back of the neck. You know, when you start to use a trampoline, you realize, oh, there are muscles, and here too. And same with your brain, when you challenge yourself with new ideas, you realize, oh, there are muscles, oh, that hurts, ouch, that idea felt very uncomfortable. Maybe because it is touching the areas of my brain, my mind, that I have never really touched before. Maybe I'm the food person, loves to talk about delicious food, eating out, and movies. Yay! So what's your hobby? Watching movies and going for a walk. And fine dining. And hiking in the mountains. Ooh. Tell me more. Now, what are your ideas? What ideas? Do I have any ideas? Okay, what books did I read? Let's say something out of the book. Okay, well, this is the idea of the author of the book. What do you think about it? Yeah, it's good. Okay, do you have anything to add to it? No, not really. Okay, then it's not your idea. No, it's not. What are you asking for? I'm asking for that right or left area of your brain to be switched on for the time when you're talking to me, so that we have an engaging, interesting conversation that makes me go like, wow, tell me more, tell me more. I'm interested because this is so new. I only heard it from you. And it doesn't necessarily have to go in line with my ideas. Okay. Breakfast time for Kitty. Pussy! Pussy! Doesn't work every time, not with young kittens, okay? Oh well. Doggy! Doggy! Okay, well, that one worked.